Breaking news. Please stand by for another C2C World News Now current event.
The Norwegians, the Finnish, they all have ships in the area that are watching the progress of these destroyers, and several NATO vessels and planes as well.
The world's busiest shipping lane got a whole lot busier of late. NATO and EU ships have flocked to the British coast where a Russian fleet is passing on its way to the Mediterranean. It's in international waters, but it's got the Alliance on alert. Laura Smith's got the story.
This flotilla of 8 ships headed by the Admiral Kuznetsov has headed down the eastern coast of the UK and, of course, into the English Channel, into the Dover Straits. The Norwegian Air Force filmed them when they were off the Shetland Islands. Those are some pretty great pictures. And then locals and media gathered to watch them in Dover. And, of course, they could see them off the coast because it's just 21 miles wide, that stretch of water. That was earlier on Friday. And, of course, they're being watched very closely by ships from the navies of a number of different countries. There's the UK's HMS Duncan, of course, which has been man-marking the flotilla, according to the Defence Secretary. The Norwegians, the Finnish, they all have ships in the area that are watching the progress of these destroyers, and several NATO vessels and planes as well. And in fact, the NATO chief, Jens Stoltenberg, came out with comments saying that the Russian Navy is free to operate. These are international waters, but that he does have concerns about where they're heading.
Russia, of course, has the right to operate in international waters, and this is not the first time we've seen this carrier group being deployed in the Mediterranean. But what creates concern now is that this carrier group may be used to contribute to military operations in Syria and be used to increase attacks on Aleppo.
That follows on from UK Defence Secretary's comments yesterday, Michael Fallon, about keeping Britain safe. And of course, the newspapers have carried on this theme on Friday. They're using language about these ships that's really notable. They talk about them lurking, marauding, invading. The Daily Mail has gone with "the Russians are here," and the Express says "Russian nuclear power on our doorstep." So this is really an ongoing thing in the media today.
This has been a C2C World News Now current event. Stay safe, everyone.